Hello, boys and girls. This is Aunt Fernita. Today's story is called The Best Gift of All. Today's memory verse is from John chapter 3, verse 16. It says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life." The message is Jesus is God's special gift to me. Have you ever been in bed and not able to sleep? What do you hear? Mom and Dad in another room? An owl hooting or dogs barking outside? What about the sound of traffic? There are all kinds of noises at night. What are the sounds you might have heard the night Jesus was born? The night all of God's promises came true. Imagine that you are there. If you listen closely, you might hear busy people passing outside, or the sounds of donkeys and horses neighing and shifting in their stalls, and the crackling of hay as Joseph and Mary find a comfortable spot to lie down. You might even hear Joseph's kind words as the baby is born. I'm sure you'll hear the baby's first cries. Now look at the baby. He is like other babies, small and a tiny patch of dark hair on his head. Look, even his eyes are closed. His feet and his arms reach through the air for the very first time. Look a little closer. That baby is Jesus. Now look around you. This is no place for Jesus to be born. This is a place full of donkeys and horses that belong to people staying at a nearby inn. And it's dirty. If you look up, you might see birds' nests in the rafters. You may even see a star peeking through the open roof. Watch closely now. Jesus is wrapped in a long cloth strip. He is rocked gently in Mary's arms, and then Jesus is taken to a manger filled with hay where he goes to sleep. Now that doesn't sound like the Son of God. That's impossible. Surely no one would have to take care of God's Son. Before Jesus was born in a stable in Bethlehem, he was a promise. Just after Adam and Eve had sinned, God had promised them that someday a special child would be born. That baby would destroy Satan and all his temptations. That wasn't the only promise fulfilled that night. God had told David that one of his great-grandchildren would be the Messiah. Messiah means promised one. Both Joseph and Mary were David's descendants. God's servant Micah had written that the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem, and he was. In one day, all of those promises came true. Jesus had lived in heaven. He had created Adam and Eve. Angels adored him. He was the ruler of the universe. But he became a baby. He needed a mother and father to take care of him. He slept in a place where animals usually ate. Why, you ask? Well, Jesus loved us too much to be separated from us. He wanted to live with us so he could show us a way to live with him. He had promises to keep, promises to all of us. He said he would come again, and he will, soon and very soon.
This podcast is read by Franita Buddy for Gracelink.net. Created and produced by Falvo Fowler. Post-produced by Faith Toe at Studio El Piso. The theme music is by Clayton Kinney. Animation and artwork by Giogo Godoy. The audio engineer was Karel Holness. For more information, please visit Gracelink.net.